I'm Elisa Coy.
Hi, I'm Latoya.
BJ.
Mimi. Kwanzaa.
And we're the
Best
Side of
Side of
Love. Today we have the amazing Jay Lyric.
What's happening?
So Jason, we know about Jason the artist. Can you tell us a little bit about Jason the man?
Yeah, well, you know, cool, laid back. I like to laugh. I like to joke. I like to pull pranks on my close friends. I'm a dad. I got a 13-year-old daughter. I like to play sports. I like to just have a good time. You know?
Okay, so you're the all-around guy.
Yeah, I try to be at least.
Okay, so I know you have a new single that just dropped. Can you tell us a little about that single?
Well, I have a few singles out right now. I got an album that just came out called Loyalty Over Love. I dropped it January 1st. And I dropped a video, Lunette, with Sheba songs from Q93.
Okay.
I dropped this record called Up There, and I dropped a new record with Chopper, Young City, used to be with Puff Daddy with the band.
Okay.
And my new single I have out right now is with a rapper by the name of King. He's from New Orleans, but he's doing this thing in Atlanta. So that just came out actually today. It's available on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere music is sold. So.
Okay, so I know about the song Up There. That's the one with the lady on there with the video. Is that Up There? I saw it on social media.
Which one? Because no, I'm saying which video, because I drop every month. I'm dropping a video on the first.
Okay, so
So
you dropping
I'm
something
3 videos
every
in.
month.
Right, I'm
3
3
videos.
videos
Oh,
in.
so you
Yeah.
started from January 1.
Actually, I started last year. I went to Jamaica. I shot a video. I got like 8 videos I shot, and they were completed. So this year, I just wanted to go full throttle dropping it, so I didn't have to worry about shooting a video opposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a job shooting. I don't like shooting videos. That's whack, man.
Okay.
It's like,
Wait, do you do them in the public and people come out when you shoot your videos?
I mean, sometimes I do it like that, but you know, last year I didn't do it like that. I just wanted to knock out a gang of videos. It's got 13 songs on the album. Well, actually, if you want to be technical, the first video I dropped was FaceTime with Tokyo Vanity.
Okay, I heard that.
I dropped that one. I dropped that, what else, last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we won Best Video at the No Hip Hop Awards. So shout out to
Nice.
Tokyo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She on Loving Hip Hop too, Atlanta,
Okay.
so shout out to her.
Okay, so are you going to be making your guest appearance?
I don't know. We joked about it. I mean, I wouldn't want to be on the show, but I'll dip in. I'm not in my lane. Like I joke, but I ain't trying to joke like that.
Well, I know you go back and forth to Atlanta.
Oh yeah. I'm always in the A. I was supposed to be in the A actually right now. We were supposed to be in the A.
Yeah.
But something came up
being here
to
with us.
Oh, I had to make this show, man.
Okay.
Y'all so nice looking, smell good, and
Oh, thank you, Jason.
yeah, y'all concerned about being looked at a certain way here because you know how New Orleans is. Once they see other people accept you, then they're like, oh no, that's ours.
Yeah.
You follow
Yeah.
me? So that's kind of, that's like your sister. You might beat up on your little sister or your little brother, but you ain't gonna let nobody else do it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of how New Orleans is. So I mean, I try to move around. I got a lot of stuff going on out of town.
Yeah.
Like the story of your relationship journeys. I saw you in a recent interview say that women need to be more intentional about choosing men with morals and like where their hearts are. I mean, where a man's mind and priorities lie before like the monetary things that come along with it. In your experience, what is outside of like what stops women from choosing to go that route? And I know this is totally opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to have you make an enemy.
I ain't trying to make enemies because I want to answer this and I want to be honest, but I also want you choose my words carefully. People are a reflection of what they love and who they love, right? So I mean, I think it starts from the cradle. Not necessarily saying you need a father in your life. We all need fathers in our life, you know. But you need a father figure that really has your best interest, who's going to show you how a man is supposed to love a woman, and to show you just the respect. Respect is love. You know what I'm saying? So I just think a lot of that plays a role. If a woman didn't really have any respect growing up, you know, the first man you're supposed to love is your father. If your father wasn't there, somebody had to be there. And I just feel like, you know, it's easy for a woman to accept less then they should. And I don't think that's a good look because, women are truly queens. Y'all are really the prize. Yeah. And if y'all knew that, not saying y'all, if women knew that they were the prize, they would act totally different. They would go about the situation totally different because women have all the power. You know what I'm saying? So,
since we speaking on love, what is your love status, ladies?
I mean, shout out Michi Poo,
that's so
but I mean, I don't have all the answers though.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
No one does.
I don't have all the answers. I'm trying to figure it out. We all trying to figure it out. But women, y'all have all the power. And the minute y'all know y'all have all the power, now don't abuse your power. Don't go around.
And you're raising you said 13-year-old daughter, right?
Yeah, she's 13, absolutely. So, I open doors. Like I went picked up from the skating ring last night. I opened the door. She got in. I closed the door. Right. With the Camille's grill, I opened the door. Just small seeds I'm dropping.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like we was in a restaurant. It was freezing, sort of like it is in here right now. You know what I mean? So it was freezing, and she didn't have a jacket, and I had my jacket. She's like, "It's cold." I gave her my jacket. I didn't even think that. That's just parenting. That's just so that's raising the bar for when she's 35 and she starts dating at 35. When she's 35 and she starts dating, that guy has to, she's not going to accept nothing less. But I'm not saying, I know women who grew up without a father, and they turned out just like that. The way I'm training them, it's all on, y'all got all the power. Shout out.
Thank you for that. So I have another question. In about 3 to 5 years, where do you see yourself with your music, growth? Where do you see yourself at?
3 to 5 years, I wanna do for New Orleans what I feel should have been done for New Orleans. Okay. Shout out to Lil Wayne, and I love Drake. Drake is like, who don't like Drake?
Yeah, right. We all love Drake.
So my thing is, before I put somebody from Toronto on, I'm gonna put somebody from my backyard on. And I love Drake. I bought everything Drake put out, so there's no diss.
Yeah. Right.
So that's
about taking care of home first.
Yeah, and because everybody else take care of home. When you go to Atlanta, T.I. gonna put Dro on. Dro gonna put this one on, and it's a ripple effect. No wonder why. Yeah. So if we did, and we have all the talent.
Right.
Everybody, you can't name an artist from Beyonce to Drake to whoever. Well, you can see where they were directly influenced by New Orleans music.
Yeah.
So why we can't put together
and put everybody on?
I'm going to be the guy to do that. That's my goal.
Well, we support you too.
I appreciate that.
And in 3 to 5, people gonna be saying, "We don't love Jay." Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, I'm a nice guy. So that's the goal.
Nowadays, women tend to feel that all of the good men are taken. And their resultants are going to the jailhouse. So what advice do you have for the ladies that feel all of the good men are taken?
Sheesh. I mean, the jail thing, that's kind of extreme. But I know a few people in jail right now. I mean, they have football numbers that met the love of their life in jail. I don't get it, but I'm not trying to knock it either. But I don't think a woman should resort to going to somebody or looking for a man that's in jail and they got a bunch of men on the street or whatever, but don't settle either. You know what I'm saying? Don't settle for anybody just to say you got a man.
And listen,
that's deep though.
I even did a little research. It's only 4 states that allow you to get married. And the federal,
I thought it was more than that.
Well, I take that back. It's only 4 states that allow conjugal visits.
Is Louisiana one?
Nope. But Mississippi was the first state, but they're not one of them. It's like California, New York, Connecticut, and Washington. And California and New York, they have same-sex conjugal visits. But here's the thing. If you go find somebody in the jail and you get married, 9 out of 10, you can't even consummate your marriage. How much fun is that?
Right. I don't get it. I mean, don't settle. I'm not, and I hate to say that. Like I said, I got a lot of partners in jail, so this ain't no knock on people in jail. Everybody deserves to find love, however they find it. But for a woman to actively seek a man in jail, I think something might not really be right with that. Because they got websites where you can, you know what I'm saying? You can find men and women in jail. That's kind of
bogus. I'm glad you said that because I was getting ready to ask you, What about men that seek women in jail?
That has never crossed my mind. Because it's women in the street.
But you might like a distant relationship.
Man, that's bogus. That's bogus. I'm sorry. I'm going to call it what it is. That's bogus to me. That's bogus to me. I'm not about to seek no woman who's incarcerated. What can we do? Like, shout out to them. I don't want nobody in jail unless they really need to be there. You messed over some kids, some whatever. But come on, man. Come on. Really? Like, what I'm going to do? And then you see people, they be traveling mad far. I saw this lady, the lady that married what's the kids that killed their parents? Menendez brothers.
Uh-huh.
Man, shorty, she drive like 24 hours to get to him. And she go like once a month to go see this man in prison. Nice looking lady, ain't got nothing to do with looks, but something ain't looking right here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
I don't either. Hey, G, I have a question. You keep saying all the ladies love lullaby.
Yeah.
But it's going to be all right kind of touch me because it kind of put me into the perspective of Tupac. How do you feel being compared to Tupac?
Man, that's dope. That's dope because he's the GOAT in my opinion. He's like the greatest of all time. I look at Tupac up here and then it's rap. So then I go to my rappers, but Pac is that guy. He was all substance. And I try to give you a lot of that on that album. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's dope.
Well, with that said, you put Tupac here, then rap. Tupac also branched out into television movies.
Yeah.
Do you see you branching out into television?
Absolutely. I'm trying to do a movie. I don't want to speak too much on it, but I'm gonna shoot this movie. It's gonna be like a comedy. I want it to be like, remember the movie Block Party? Y'all remember Block Party? That was the last New Orleans movie.
Uh-huh.
And then Katrina hit, and now it's all gentrified. It's a whole other city.
Okay,
But,
you think we'll have a role in the movie?
Man, I gotta get y'all on. Yeah. I got you. But yeah, I'm planning on doing that for real. I was talking to one of the comedians in the city. I ain't gonna say his name. And we was bouncing some ideas just last week too. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Excited.
Okay, so what else do you have that we may have not asked that you might want to tell us?
Yeah, I got a lot going on.
That you have a really popping clothing line.
Yeah. I have a clothing line. It's called Victory Collection. I spell victory Viktori. I spell it different because your version of winning might be different than mine, but we both trying to win.
True.
And the motto I'm rolling with is what's the motto I'm rolling with? Well, I forgot.
Everybody's a winner.
Everybody want to win or something like that. Yes. Whatever. but the moral of the story is everybody's trying to win. Black, white, green, polka dot. It's not an urban line. It's not a hip hop line. It's a line for the people. So when I did a photo shoot, I had blacks, whites, everybody. I need to get y'all. See, first of all, I want to apologize because I usually bring gifts.
Okay.
But I was ripping and running, so I forgot. But
well, we love gifts.
you know what I'm going to
do?
do? The backside of love is all y'all are nice looking. I'm not just saying that. Y'all don't see them on the camera. But I want y'all to do a shoot for me.
Of course.
Y'all to do that? I'm going to bless y'all with some gear. Get her and the baby. You. Get out, y'all. Yeah, we going to do that. So, shout out.
Okay, so we are going to be blessed with some Victory clothing line. That should be exciting. Look forward to that coming up.
It's a nice quality. It's not just like, when I put my name behind something, if it ain't right, I'm not going to do it.
You put your heart and soul into it.
Absolutely. So
you should.
Yeah, I went a year just brainstorming how to do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we relaunched in the end of March, top of April though. So
okay.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that.
Absolutely.
The Victory clothing line.
Absolutely.
Be on the lookout for us wearing the clothing line as well.
No doubt.
Okay, so what else you got going on? Love, life, relationships, upcoming collaborations.
Well, I got the album Loyalty Over Love.
Okay.
It's available everywhere music is sold. J Lyric Loyalty Over Love. It's the greatest album ever. Why not? I might as well say that. It's dope. I got 13 songs. I shot already 7-8 videos already. My next video I might drop. I shot it in Jamaica, but I don't know if I'm gonna drop it next. But I went to Jamaica, shot a video. It's dope.
Okay.
I got an album with Chopper, Young City. Used to be with Puff Daddy making a band. We got it's a mixtape. It's called Legendary, and what we're doing is we're rapping over all legendary beats that was classic. Like we rap over that Method Man and Mary J. You All I Need.
Yeah.
What else? We rap over a lot. Everything that was a classic from the 90s, from the golden era of hip hop.
Some local stuff.
Over some local stuff, some Manny Fresh stuff. We rap over a lot of that, so we dropping that soon. Yeah, we just pushing.
Okay, well that is very interesting. You seem like a very interesting entrepreneur.
I'm trying.
What about collaborations? Who you been working with besides the people?
I work with a lot of people. I got stuff with Too Short that never came out.
Okay. What about visionary? What visions you have for yourself coming up, moving forward?
Yeah, well, I got the record company, Upper Echelon Music, and that's the brand that we pushing, that the music is going through. I got the new single. It's not on the album, but it's just a single I just threw out there with a rapper by the name of King. He's from New Orleans, but he's doing this thing in Atlanta. He's real popular in Atlanta. So we got a new record called A Get Together, and it's like a get together. Basically, what it is, it's dope. I got that. Like I said, I'm just really pushing the album, Loyalty Over Love. Like I said, it's available everywhere music is sold. My YouTube channel.
Okay, your YouTube channel.
Yeah, all my videos is on my YouTube channel. And I don't know the address for my YouTube channel.
Well, we'll put all of that information in the bio, so we'll make sure you
on my
guys
Twitter.
Tune in. Oh.
My Twitter and my Gram. You can find out. My Twitter is Jason Lyric.
In the middle, we have our special guest, Perry G.
Oh.
So, Perry G, I read some of your bio, and what I found very fascinating is that some of your rap music is kind of geared toward the gospel aspect or genre.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for everybody who don't know, can you tell us who is Perry G?
Perry G is a 27-year-old regular guy, from New Orleans that had a supernatural encounter. Grew up in rap. I mean, my uncle, my great uncle, he was the Grand Marshal of the Jazz Fest, so music has always been in my family. But my music wasn't always the way it was. It's just something happened, and I had that situation where I had to look myself in the mirror and be like, I gotta change, because I was doing stuff that I wasn't pleased with. It wasn't bringing satisfaction. I thought it would, but it wasn't. So that encounter, which caused me to change my route with music. So.
Okay, so I hear you talk about your encounter,
yeah,
and so that was kind of the foundation to turning it around for you. So we found out who Perry G is. Next, I want to know, growing up in New Orleans, who were some of your favorite rappers?
The whole big boy movement, the early Cash Money, and just the whole culture and heritage of New Orleans.
Okay, well, the Cash Money family, I used to love
Early.
Yeah, Judy was you the most locally, and thinking globally, who is your favorite rapper today outside of New Orleans?
Outside of New Orleans, I'm a big fan of T-Pain for his creativeness. I'm gonna have to go with T-Pain probably.
Okay. What about in New Orleans?
In New Orleans, from New Orleans?
That's you?
No, I gotta say one person.
One person. Well, do two. Top five.
Wayne.
Top five.
Wayne. Juvie. 400 Degrees.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I like Lil Derek too. They sleeping on. They slept on.
Oh,
Lil
wait,
Derek.
now I don't know Lil Derek, but I know, but
Birdman nephew. Boy, cook a bird to a key and a half. Derek.
wondering.
PNC.
PNC, okay, yeah. You think about doing a collaboration with Juvie one day?
Hey, if you want to do it, we can do it.
Okay, who else would you wouldn't mind working with?
In New Orleans?
In New Orleans.
Shorty.
Shorty?
Yeah.
Okay, now, a lot of people on that Atlanta ATL thing too. Who would be someone in Atlanta that you wouldn't mind working with?
Atlanta. I like Lucci. I work
Lucci?
with Lucci.
Oh.
Well, I work with Lucci.
Okay.
I work with Lucci.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know though, but Cat, which is one of my producers, he did a lot of work for BTY, and we went to the funeral, and some of the dudes at the funeral, they came up to us and it was like, man, we heard that song y'all did, and we want to let y'all know, keep doing y'all thing. So just that kind of impact It has to be one of my favorite songs that I was part of right now.
Why do you speak in parables? But first tell people, what are parables?
Well, parables is a way to get you to understand what I'm saying if you don't know what I'm saying. So it's a teaching method I use. I can't teach people deep things if they can't go deep. So I put it in parables. So that's basically what I call my style of music is parable music. I'll take a concept like time and make a parable out of it and make it into a song.
So you have your own genre.
Like stories?
A parable is like something that runs parallel with the meaning. Like if I want to teach you this, but you never experienced this, I put it to something that you can understand it. Yeah.
Okay.
So what genre would you say the parables fall under?
I don't necessarily put myself in the box because then, you box your own self. So I just be me and be who I am and let the people do that.
Okay, well, what has been the response from the people towards your music?
Oh, wow, it's different. It sounds like everything else that's on the radio. I never knew you could stand for that and sound like this. I need this. So it's a good response.
We never knew you could do that, but still have that message. So your response with the public, do you think because you're married, more people like you, or do some of like the female fans, they don't, once they find out you're married, it's like, oh.
I never really paid attention to that. I know like with the dudes when they find out I'm married, they're like, whoa, okay, this must be serious. Something, like your theme or something, how you got these rappers with the dreads, with the pink hair. So this is not something you just, this real for you. So they see that and, that kind of helped them see that it's real.
I don't think though, also because of his messaging in the genre and the originality based on his experience, it's not as much of a tug based on what you're putting out, and then it's like people are looking like, yeah.
Okay, so compared to other artists, how is your message similar and how is it different?
It's similar because the delivery is similar. It's going to be that same wave that you hear on the radio. But once you start listening to the parable, you're like, wait a minute, something different.
So kind of like that Tupac stuff.
Right, yeah.
The real deal.
Yeah, something, you're like, wait a minute, something different. But I was just, they jam to it, and then when they go back to it and listen, they were like, whoa, okay, I hear you.
Describe yourself in one word. What would that word be?
Loyal.
Loyal. Okay, what is the name of your album?
Parable Melodies.
Okay, and where are we going to be able to find it?
Everywhere. I have a Pandora station, so it'll all be on there.
Hi, Storm. Welcome.
How y'all doing?
Good. So, Storm, I hear you have a new song out. What is your new song?
It's called Brighter Days, featuring Danica Hart. So, yeah, that's the new single.
Okay, so Brighter Days. So we're going to assume that you had some not so bright days.
Stormy days.
Stormy days.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you want to tell us a little about your song?
Brighter Days comes from, I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with postpartum depression. But I had my son, he's 6 now, but I had him at 24. Oh, I just gave my age.
Easily too, girl. I'm not even good at that.
But that's crazy. But at 24, I got pregnant. Had my son, had an awesome pregnancy. Was excited. After he came, I started to feel weird. That's what I would call it at the time. I felt weird, would be tired all the time. I had all kind of stuff going on in my life. And for about 2 years, I went through that and finally went to the doctor, and they told me I was going through the postpartum depression stage. So the song pretty much came from me just trying to release those feelings. Like I've always written music, but that was a situation where it was like, okay, I have to get this out. What I have to understand is depression can get anybody. Like,
yes.
And I realized postpartum depression is actually, if you go in and look at a lot of the celebrities, it's the strongest people you would feel like, oh, that person's got it going on. It's the strongest people, so it's like being strong means nothing. Like, we all go through something. There's always a battle. So you just can't assume somebody's life is just this, or just feel like, oh, your baby gotta be this, your household has to be this, because you're strong. You got it.
Right.
We don't always got it.
Right.
So,
Is there something you wish you had included in your message that when women ask for, help through your music, is there something you would like that you didn't put in, like your next song? What are you gonna say in your next song? I know this project, Brighter Days, probably was amazing because you finally, got through that part. You were able to talk about it and inspire other women. What do you want to do for your next song to kind of let them know that, hey, we're still having these brighter days, but we're extending it to look like?
To be honest, the song, I'm gonna leave it there. Because I feel like I don't want to do too much. Like, I don't want to throw it off, because if I come back with another song at some point, I'm gonna contradict something. I'm gonna throw something off. So
like you lied.
or wait a minute. So no, I think the song itself is dope.
So going back to you saying that there was a feeling you felt and you wasn't sure what it was, so you went to the
I
doctor.
was tired all the time. I felt like I didn't want to be bothered with my son. It was like I would stay distant from him. It was different thoughts I was having. I don't know. It was just weird thoughts. Like, I was having crazy thoughts that I felt like a mother should not have been having. And it's so crazy because having these out the box thoughts that you would say a mother should not be having about her child, it made me love him so much more. Like, while I'm feeling like this, or I don't want to be bothered, I would just hold him so much. Like, it's so bad because people tell me you need to let him breathe. And it's like, in my head, I wanted to. Like, I would, like, he needs somebody take him. But I never showed him that. Like, I don't know, I needed to love him more than the craziness that was going on in my head.
So I have a question, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to. But your thoughts, were they like suicidal for you and him? Were they, you wanted to kill him? Were they things like that?
It's crazy you said. A lot of, I know y'all heard of, like, it was on the news a while back where the mother killed like 4 or 5 of her kids.
Yeah.
So that is like one of the signs of postpartum depression. I didn't have those. Where it was me doing anything out the box to my son. But the thoughts were me seeing different things happening to my son.
Okay.
It's like all the worst things that can happen to your kid. I guess I was so afraid of the world doing it to him, or I knew that these things were possible, so I would see it happening.
Yeah.
And not finding an excuse because at the end of the day, it's wrong if you were to harm yourself, your kid, anyone.
Yeah.
Going to the bio, you can find out much more about Storm, about her new music, where she'll be appearing in the future, and just what she has going on for 2018. So thank y'all all for watching. Thank you, Storm.
Thank y'all for having me.